اهلا بيكم في حلقه جديده من شوتایم. حلقتنا النهارده هنتابع فيها احدث اخبار الاعمال الفنيه في العالم. هنشوف النجوم على الريد كاربت الخاصه بالعروض الاولى لاعمالهم، وكمان هنتكلم عن شكل محدد بيتكرر كتير في افلام هوليوود لدرجه ان البعض بقى بيقول عليه افلاس فني. هنتعرف اكتر على الشكل ده ونشوف نماذج كتير منه. تعالوا نشوف حلقتنا فيها ايه. نجوم الموسم الرابع من مسلسل ويست وورلد هيقولوا لنا على التفاصيل. لاف از بلايند برنامج تلفزيون واقع جديد عن العلاقات العاطفية. إعادة إنتاج الأفلام في هوليوود، إفلاس فني ولا تفوق؟ أعلن القائمين على فيلم أفاتار الشهير إيقاف تصوير الجزء الثاني منه اللي كان منتظره الملايين من المشاهدين، وده بسبب الخوف من فيروس كورونا المستجد بعد ما كان المقرر التصوير في نيوزيلندا. أعلن الممثل البريطاني إدريس ألبا من خلال مقطع فيديو نشره على تويتر إن نتائج الاختبارات الطبية أظهرت إصابته بفيروس كورونا المستجد، وأشار إن منذ شعوره بالأعراض واحتمال إصابته بالفيروس كورونا قام بعزل نفسه. تصدر فيلم الأنيميشن أونورد البوكس أوفيس للأسبوع الثاني على التوالي بعد ما حقق 10,532,000 دولار، وهي إيرادات ضعيفة مقارنة للإيرادات الأسبوع الماضي اللي حصد من خلالها 40 مليون دولار. وجاء في المركز الثاني فيلم I Still Believe اللي حصد 9.5 مليون دولار في الافتتاحية تأثرا بفيروس كورونا. حرص النجم العالمي توم هانكس على مشاركة جمهور ومتابعيه بيومياته وحياته الروتينية اللي بيقوم بيها يوميا مع زوجته ريتا ويلسون بعد توصلهم للشفاء من فيروس كورونا المستجد. ونشر صورة لقالها كاتبة عبر حسابه انستجرام ماركة كورونا كنوع من الهزار، وكتب عن ألعابه مع زوجته يوميا في العزل الصحي واللي انتهت بفوز زوجته بيها، بالإضافة لمحاولاته في ترتيب ملابسه. فيلم بلاك ويدو واحد من الأفلام المنتظرة السنة دي ومن المقرر عرضه في أول مايو اللي جاي، ومن خلاله هترجع سكارلت جوهانسون لأداء الشخصية على الرغم من موتها في فيلم افنجرز اند جيم السنة اللي فاتت، إلا إن النجاح اللي عملته خلى استغلالها في عمل منفصل أمر مفروغ منه. أحداث الفيلم الجديد هتدور في فترة سابقة لأحداث اند جيم. خلونا نشوف التريلر الخاص بيه.
I tell people my sister moved out west. You're a science teacher. Your husband, he renovates houses. You're thinking about moving, but you're gonna wait until the interest rates go down.
That's not my story. Before I was an Avenger, I made mistakes. And a lot of enemies.
His call sign's Taskmaster. He controls the Red Room. They're manipulated, fully conscious, but no choices.
I should have come back for you. How many others are there?
Enough.
We have to go back to where it all started, so they never do that to anyone again.
We're a family. We fight with you.
You won't win.
I've always found it best not to look into the past.
Okay, you got a plan, or shall I just stay duck and cover?
My plan was to drive us away.
Well, your plan sucks.
At some point, we all have to choose between what the world wants you to be and who you are. I made my choice. I'm done running. Here's what's gonna happen.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
You're going to get a back hunch.
Listen to your mother.
Oh my God, this...
Up. Listen.
All right, enough. All of you.
I didn't say anything. That's not fair.
طول الوقت بنسمع عن أفلام مقتبسة من روايات أو مسرحيات أو أحداث حقيقية. شركة ديزني اقتبست الثيم بارك الشهير من الملاهي الخاصة بها وحولتها لفيلم بنفس العنوان وهو جانجل كروز، والمقرر عرضه في 24 يوليو اللي جاي. الفيلم بطولة دوين جونسون الشهير بذا روك وإيميلي بلانت. ديزني بتحضر للمشروع ده من 2015. خلونا نشوف التريلر الجديد الخاص بالفيلم اللي أحداثه بتدور في إطار المغامرات.
So what are you doing out here?
There is a legend in the jungles of the Amazon of a tree that heals all. It could change the world, but if it gets into the wrong hands, it could awaken a great evil. I believe that the legend is real,
Which it's not.
and I'm going to find it.
Which you won't.
And when I do, just imagine the lives that could be saved.
I've been looking for this tree longer than anybody. I've tracked the legend to every village, every island. Nothing. You're searching for something that can't be found.
But you've never had the key.
Let's do something that's safe. Let's go see some elephants.
There are no elephants in the Amazon, and I don't even like elephants.
Lady, everybody likes elephants. Know this about the jungle. Everything that you see wants to kill you, and can. Careful. They could smell fear.
I am not afraid. Oh my gosh.
Who brings a submarine to the Amazon?
Feuer!
Good night. I got you.
Frank, get it.
Hold on.
Come on.
I got it.
Frank.
I don't got it.
No. For goodness sake, just leave me alone. That was a disaster.
Didn't go the way I planned.
عادة الاقتباس في السينما بيكون من الروايات، بس مسلسل ويست وورد اللي حقق شهرة وانتشار في زمن قياسي أصله من فيلم ويسترن بنفس العنوان اتعرض سنة 1973. الفكرة في الفيلم والمسلسل تقريبا واحدة، واللي بتعتمد على عالم بيستخدم فيه الروبوتس بشكل سيء لخدمة الإنسان، وده بيخلي الروبوتس دول يثوروا في المسلسل. خلونا نشوف أبطاله قالوا لنا إيه.
Who are you, Dolores?
You and I are a lot alike. They put you in a cage, decided what your life would be. They did the same thing to me.
You've been watching me.
Not me, but someone. Something has.
Who is it that we're going after?
The themes we will be exploring this season are free will, destiny, data, and technologic elites. Make of that what you will.
I was born into this world, and my first memories of it are pain.
Our season 3 was the thing we were most excited, and we pitched the whole thing in the first meeting we ever had with HBO. So the season you see is the one we had anticipated when we were writing the pilot.
This is the last line of the pitch. When we explained the pilot, we were walking out the door, and the folks at HBO said, "It sounds amazing. So what happens after that?" We said, "Well, after that, we get to see the real world." And we kind of laid out the broad strokes of it. So it's been a long journey to get to this point. We're very, very excited for the fans to watch it.
Welcome to my world, Maeve.
What do you want from me, then?
Dolores. I want you to track her down and kill her.
But yeah, I could tell you, Caleb is a guy with a complicated past that we learn more and more about throughout this season. I think he's at the root of it all. I think he's a good guy, but things are kind of poking and prodding at him, and I want to tell you everything. It's hard. I don't know what I can say. He's a construction worker with a robot named George that he works alongside of. Living in LA.
Welcome to the end of the game. Five of us against an entire world of them.
Maeve is going to find herself in a whole new world, or a number of new worlds, and it's not something that she wants. She has retired, where you see her at the end of season 2, she's out of commission, but she's come to the end of her journey, as far as she is concerned. So to pull her back into the world, into any kind of action, is going to take some convincing. And that's where this new character, played by Vincent Cassel, comes in. And it was an absolute privilege getting to work with one of my heroes on screen. He has been my hero for decades.
I finally understand my purpose. I'm gonna save the fucking world.
We're in a space now where data has surpassed oil in terms of its value globally. Information about ourselves is something that we sort of readily give away, and in that, there's this idea of algorithmic determinism. You know, we think that we make choices about what we're going to eat or where we're going to go or how we're going to live. And the truth is, if we engage with social media, for example, we kind of are affected a lot by the algorithms that we experience because of it. And so I think that the question about whether or not we really control our own destiny is so profound at this moment, because I'd argue that I make a lot of decisions based on the little devices we put in our hands. So that's been something that's really fascinating and great about some of the ideas about the show this season.
What happens if this doesn't work?
We do this the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way?
We kill everyone.
I mean, you know, I think we need to pay more attention to our data and whose hands we're placing it in, and how we have no rights to our intellectual property. I don't know. To anything. Yeah, and what that really means for the future, yeah, it's something to explore.
You're not the only predator here.
The real gods are coming. And they're very angry.
بن أفليك فنان متعدد المواهب، له صوت مسموع عند واحد من أكبر استوديوهات هوليوود وهو وارنر براذرز، وده واضح جدا بعد تراجعه عن استمرار في أداء شخصية باتمان في عالم دي سي السينمائي، واللي كان منتج ونفذ لعدد من أفلامه لصالح الاستوديو. وارنر براذرز واقفين بقوة وراء أحدث أفلام بن أفليك، واللي بيحمل عنوان ذا واي باك، وهو مساحة جديدة عليه بأحداثه اللي بتدور في إطار الدراما الرياضية. تعالوا نتعرف أكتر على شخصيته في الفيلم من تصريحاته.
What's going on with you? What's new?
Not much.
Hate the idea of you down there by yourself all the time. Just drinking.
I'm fine. I appreciate it. But I'm fine.
Ever since I heard the howling wind.
And I suppose you're wondering why I called you over here.
I didn't need to go where a Bible went.
Our basketball coach had a heart attack the other night. We need a new coach, Jack.
The thing that was most interesting to me was just that as an acting role, it was really challenging. It's definitely the kind of part I couldn't have played, certainly not when I was starting out, maybe not even 10 years ago. It's the kind of role that, you know, for me as an actor, and there are all kinds of different actors and some of them can do incredible things, that, like, for me, I have to be able to connect to some life experience to bring that to bear in the role. And so the more life experience I've had, the more ups and more downs, particularly from challenges, from pain, from, you know, comes growth. And I've learned more things about myself, and so I thought, you know, I had more to bring to bear performance-wise. And I was interested in doing dramas about real people that, yes, presented challenges and difficulties in realistic ways, but also were inspiring and suggested that, you know, life can get better, because it absolutely can. And, you know, so I saw this mainly as like a real acting test for me, and it ended up being something kind of more and became a movie that's actually quite meaningful to me personally as well.
And you know your gifts seem heaven sent.
Is the team any good?
No. The last time they made the playoffs, back when you were playing.
Let's go, line up! You're Marcus, right?
That's right.
How many threes did Marcus make last year? A percentage of 26.
I don't know where anyone would be without second chances. I think you judge people by their successes, not by their failures. We can all fail. But, you know, it takes a lot to face something that's really difficult and really scary and really hard, whatever that is in your life, and to get past it, experience it, understand it's not going to destroy you, that you can grow from it, learn those lessons, apply that to your life going forward, and continue to get better. And you know, I think the themes of redemption and second chance, and I'm a guy who's needed, you know, I feel like 27,432 chances, but it's one of the most graceful and beautiful things we can do as people is to kind of embrace our own flaws, the flaws of others, accept that, and try to see people who genuinely want to get better and help them.
Once you settle down, baby, you love is been.
I spent a lot of time hurting myself.
Heavenly Father,
I made a lot of bad decisions.
don't carry other names.
I had a lot of regrets.
I think this movie is deeply inspirational because it's not hokey, it's not preachy, it's not like a lecture. I don't want to see that, I don't want to do that. But it is a story about like somebody who's gone through pain. Some pain I can understand, some I have no idea. I can't imagine what it would have been like to go through that. But that, you know, it's kind of like Good Will Hunting. Like, how do you re-engage in life after suffering? How do you decide like to live according to your values? How do you get past things that are really hard? And that, I think, is really important and valuable and meaningful to me.
When I know about it, darling, I've been standing here.
Keep pressing, trapping, taking charges.
Heavenly Father,
you guys earned this tonight.
he's already off. 50 in the end.
لاف از بلايند هو برنامج بينتمي لتلفزيون الواقع، الشكل اللي بيعتبر جذاب جدا لشريحة كبيرة من جمهور التلفزيون، واللي بتتنوع موضوعاته لكن أغلبها بيركز على العلاقات العاطفية. البرنامج ده بيعتبر مش مخصص للعرض على التلفزيون لكن لمنصة إلكترونية وهي نتفليكس. في برامج من النوعية دي بتكون أشبه بالتجارب والأبحاث الاجتماعية. لاف از بلايند واحدة منهم. هنسمع أكتر من زوجين من اللي اشتركوا في البرنامج في التقرير اللي جاي.
If you're ready to find the love of your life,
Game time.
the pods are now open.
What kind of work do you do?
So what are some of your biggest turnoffs?
So what are you looking for in a woman?
Ethnicity, race, physical appearance. None of that matters. I'm really starting to emotionally connect with you.
This could be a remarkable love story.
I feel like, you know, as an interracial couple, it's definitely something that we addressed and we talked about and we communicated about. And I was very, you know, transparent with Cameron about how I was feeling. And even with the show, talking to the people or the audience, you know, just sharing my emotions and feelings. I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be real. And I wanted to share my real experience. So it was never really like a quote unquote issue for us. It's something that we definitely talked about and, you know, worked our way through, but it seems like the show kind of made it like right at the forefront. Like every time we sat down, it's like, you know, I'm black and you're white.
Right.
Hey, you're white and I'm black. But it wasn't like that. But I feel like any time that we did address it, those times definitely made the edit of the show. So
Yeah, and it was important to us to talk about it, of course.
Yeah.
So it's good that it was covered in the show, absolutely. I would have liked to have seen even more content of our dates and the things that we talked about, you know, like how we were going to raise a family together, you know, how we would discipline our kids together. You know, these type of conversations that added more layers to our relationship. But, you know, overall, yeah, I'm happy with how we came across.
You're a beautiful person. I don't have to see you to say that.
I'm scared of making the wrong decision. Can't see my life without you.
Yeah, I think it was even back in the pods. It's hard to say what day, you know, in the process, but it had gotten to a point where I had asked Lauren all the questions that I felt like I needed to ask, you know, ruled out any possible red flags. You know, we talked about long-term compatibility, you know, family values, how we were going to balance a household together, you know, responsibilities, all these different things. And I mean, every conversation we had, I never had any doubt instilled in my mind from the conversations. It just felt right.
Aww.
So, you know, we continued the process, as you saw on the show, and I was kind of constantly like trying to almost remind myself like, hey, you should introspect and see if you have any doubts, and I just really didn't. You know, I know that sounds kind of crazy.
There's my student debt.
You're a white guy, she's a black woman. Let's talk about that. This marriage could tear me and my family apart.
Yeah, I was like, you don't have any doubts? Not one? Come on,
Yeah,
you got one.
I mean,
he was
I
like,
really
no.
did.
So I mean, and that's kind of what pushed me to, not pushed me, but it helped me realize like, wow, this man really loves me. Like, I've never had someone that was so ready and loving and willing. Like, no, I know you're my wife, like, no doubts. So that was beautiful.
I am engaged to somebody I've never seen before. I hope he's just find me very attractive.
Absolutely. I mean, those are things that can change a person. I mean, things that happen in people's lives, or, you know, like you said, race, abortion, political views, like, these are heavy topics, but if you're in a marriage, you know, you have to talk about these things. Who is this person really? What have they experienced in their life that I can relate to, or have to comfort this person at times? Like, those are real things that you have to talk about with your husband or your wife.
She has become the most important thing in my life.
I want you to be 1,000% open with me.
There's my student debt.
You're a white guy, she's a black woman. Let's talk about that. This marriage could tear me and my family apart.
It's so important for men to be comfortable with their emotions. It's like men feel like you can't be masculine and also willing to be vulnerable when it comes to love, or even just in general with, you know, showing your emotions. So I think that a lot of people really appreciated that with you.
Right, and my viewpoint on it is that, you know, if you're willing to be that vulnerable, to show how sensitive you are, to me it's a sign of strength.
Absolutely.
The converse case where you don't want to show your emotions because you're afraid of how people are going to judge you and react to that, I think it's a fearful response. So to me, I'm not afraid to show my emotions. I know people might think it's not masculine to cry, but I mean, I'm a very sensitive person, emotional person, so I'm gonna put it out there, and that's just how it is. Yeah,
it's healthy.
You're bringing me down.
You're bringing me down!
Don't insult me like that.
We're getting married. That's scary.
Do I want to marry him? I don't know.
Do you take her to be your lawful wedded wife?
بعد أقل من شهر هيبدأ عرض الموسم الرابع من مسلسل الجريمة فرجه، واللي اتعرض موسمه الأول سنة 2014 وبعده بسنة عرض الموسم الثاني. جزء كبير من تميز المسلسل ده إن كل مواسمه بتعتبر قصص مقفولة عن نفسها ما بتتكررش في المواسم التانية. في كل موسم جريمة جديدة وأبطال جداد وأحداث وشخصيات تصرفاتهم بتعقد كل التفاصيل في إطار من الكوميديا السوداء. تعالوا نعرف أبطال الموسم الجديد قالوا لنا إيه.
You sure about this? You remember what happened to the Irish?
Italians, they're the past. We're the future. They just don't know it yet.
We're the goddamn Roman Empire.
Well, this installment of Fargo is set in Kansas City in the 1950s. There are two gangs, rival gangs, and they have a tradition in the kind of fictionalized world of Kansas City in our show, where they trade children to try and foster a kind of peace between the rival gangs.
They still control trucking, the unions, railroad.
I see you've met my daughter.
Your daughter?
The one and only.
Oh, yeah. Now I see it. Huh.
Well, I watched the first 3 seasons, and they're kind of flawless. So I've never been in anything, you know, the part you wrote for me is so good and so many layers to this character, so here you go.
We need to move now before they get their heads on straight. This is what you call a transition of power. What are they? Decorative?
A warning to the other rats.
But they're so innately unique in their own way, and yet they all feel connected, and they are actually connected. And this one, like other seasons, does have a connection to previous chapter, but obviously we can't talk about that. So you know, it's that's sort of the fun. The mystery is the fun. You know, it's like how it comes out.
This is America, sir. Last time I checked, not Soviet Russia.
I'm teaching him how the world works.
And how's that?
It's dog eat dog.
That's how dogs work. A little more complicated.
You got any bennies, zoomers, a little chicken powder? I've had a world-class day. Holy Christmas.
Well, the other thing I should say is 1950 Kansas City. So if you've never seen a Fargo before, doesn't matter. But if you have, if you're a fan, you're going to get more Fargo history because we've never gone this far back in time. And so, kind of delicious.
If a man's pud need a tug, would this be the place for said tugging?
Now money's short, time
If you like the setup, you're gonna love the punchline.
Are we good?
You tell me.
Yeah, we're good.
Men. Always acting so Humphrey Bogart.
I don't know when you got to go.
War of the Words اسم اتكرر كتير في صناعة الترفيه. الأصل من رواية الكاتب الخيالي العلمي البريطاني الشهير هربرت جورج ويلز، والرواية دي استغلها صناع كتير في السينما والراديو والتلفزيون. في سنة 2019 بس ظهر مسلسلين عن نفس الرواية وبنفس الاسم، بريطاني والتاني فرنسي. بس الفرنسي عنده ميزة مختلفة، أولها إنه مسلسل قصير مكون من 8 حلقات، والتانية إنه واخد ستايل ما بعد الكوارث اللي شفناه في المسلسل الشهير The Walking Dead. أبطال المسلسل الجديد قالوا لنا هيتصرفوا إزاي لو واجهوا هجوم فضائيين في الحقيقة.
Like this everywhere? How would you know, man? There's no phone, no internet. You have to know when to go? I have to find my family.
We're looking for our son. Some people made it out.
Find him, Helen.
Help me, please.
I can say from experience, I can't. But I don't think I'd be that good. I don't know what I'd do. I mean, I feel like I'd just run to my family and just be like, okay, let's just hide. What would you do? I feel like you've got a plan going on. You got some master plan.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for years.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been stockpiling like medicines, tins of beans. I've still got the opener as well. No, I don't know. I think it would be a little bit arrogant to say how you think you would behave because you just don't know.
Yeah.
But what I would like to think is that, you know,
guns blazing, Rambo style.
I'd like to think you become a slightly better version of yourself, you know, because you're given that opportunity. You know?
Just to like go out and slay some aliens. I'd totally do that. Yeah, just like nunchucks.
Yeah, it'd be a great excuse to go out and.
When I think back to that day, small details stick in my mind. Things I said, the look on people's faces.
I'd be really rubbish. That happened to me in real life. I mean, I can't even, work the DVD player. So I don't know, but I wouldn't, I don't think I'd stand a chance.
I don't know. I'm quite good in a stressful situation. I'm usually quite okay. I think it would be dependent on who I was with. Like if I was with my mum, for example, she gets a bit like flappy. She'd be a bit like so I'd be really calm and collected. And then if I was with someone really chilled, I'd be the one who's like, oh my god, I'd panic and stuff. So if I was with someone stressful, I think that was stressed. I think I could be the one to be quite get stuff done. But it depends on who I was with.
Do you really believe your family's alive?
I have to.
Wanted to wipe us from the face of the earth. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised. Are we really so different.
إعادة إنتاج الأفلام ظاهرة بتتميز بيها صناعة السينما في أمريكا. أفلام كتير بتتعاد وبأشكال مختلفة في هوليوود، بس ده مش بيحصل في أمريكا بس، ده بيحصل في كل حتة في العالم. في مصر أفلام زي فيلم المتهمة سنة 1942 اتعاد بعنوان المرأة المجهولة سنة 1960، وسنة 1978 اتعاد مرة تانية بعنوان ضاع العمر يا ولدي، والتلاتة أصلهم روائي برضو. خلونا نتعرف على أبرز اقتباسات هوليوود في التقرير ده.
السينما في هوليوود نشاط عمره ما كان مقتصر على الفن، لكنه كمان تجارة وصناعة ضخمة بيشتغل فيها آلاف البشر، كوادر وموارد كبرى ودخل بالمليارات. ده اللي بيخلي صناع السينما في هوليوود في أحيان كتير يتخلوا جزئياً عن حس المغامرة ويلجأوا للعب في المضمون. من هنا بدأت ظاهرة الريميك، أو إعادة حكي قصة سبق تقديمها وأثبتت نجاحها في فيلم سابق. البعض بيعتبر العملية دي استسهال وإفلاس إبداعي، والبعض الآخر شايفها اقتباس مشروع، باعتبار إن كتير من قصص الأفلام أساساً مبنية على مصادر تانية، سواء روايات أو مسرحيات، ومفيش ما يمنع من اقتباس السينما لنفسها. بعض المخرجين أعادوا تقديم أفلامهم بنفسهم، زي المخرج سيسيل بي ديميل اللي قدم الفيلم الملحمي The 10 Commandments مرة عام 1923 بنسخة صامتة، وأعاد تقديمه مرة تانية عام 1956 بنفس العنوان. والمخرج ألفريد هيتشكوك اللي قدم فيلم The Man Who Knew Too Much مرتين، الأولى عام 1934 والتانية بالألوان عام 1956. كذلك المخرج مايكل مان قدم نفس القصة بفيلمين، الأول فيلم تلفزيوني قصير بعنوان لا تيك داون عام 1989، وأعاد تقديمها في فيلم سينمائي شهير بعنوان هيت عام 1995. وحديثاً أبرز ريميك لنفس المخرج كان فيلم ويبلاش، اللي بدأ كفيلم قصير للمخرج ديميان شازيل عام 2013 وتحول لفيلم طويل عام 2014. لكن بتفضل غالبية أفلام الريميك لمخرجين مختلفين، ومن أقدم مصادرها فيلم سكارفيس اللي قدمه المخرج هاوارد هوكس عام 1932، وأعاد تقديمه براين دي بالما في فيلم أحدث من بطولة الباتشينو عام 1983. وكذلك فيلم أوشنز 11 عام 2001 اللي خلق سلسلة أفلام شهيرة عن عصابات سرقة البنوك، لكنه في الأساس إعادة حكي قصة لفيلم بنفس العنوان اتقدم عام 1960. وبنفس الطريقة اتعاد فيلم The Italian Job عام 1969 في فيلم أحدث عام 2003. بعض الريميكس كانت بهدف تحويل فيلم من لغته الأصلية للغة الإنجليزية، وبالتالي ضمان وصوله لشريحة جماهيرية أكبر في كل العالم. والأبرز كان الفيلم الياباني 7 ساموراي من إنتاج عام 1954، اتعاد في السينما الأمريكية مرتين بعنوان The Magnificent 7، الأولى عام 1960 والتانية عام 2016. الفيلم الأسباني Open Your Eyes من إنتاج عام 1997 اتعاد تقديمه في هوليوود عام 2001 بعنوان فانيلا سكاي للنجم توم كروز. قصة فيلم Infernal Affairs من هونغ كونغ اتعاد تقديمها في فيلم The Departed للمخرج مارتن سكورسيزي. المخرج الياباني تاكاشي شيميزو قدم فيلم الرعب الشهير The Grudge مرتين، الأولى باللغة اليابانية عام 2002 والتانية بالإنجليزية ومع كاست أمريكي عام 2004. أما القصة السينمائية اللي اتعاد تقديمها أكبر عدد من المرات فكانت للفيلم الإيطالي Perfect Strangers إنتاج 2016، واللي دخل موسوعة جينيس للأرقام القياسية باعتباره أكتر فيلم أعيد تقديمه بلغات مختلفة وصلوا ل 18 نسخة باللغات الفرنسية والهندية والتركية والإسبانية، وجاري حالياً تحويله لنسخة أمريكية هتكون بطلتها النجمة تشارليز ثيرون.
وبكده نكون وصلنا لنهاية حلقتنا النهاردة، مستنيينكم في حلقة جديدة، وما تنسوش تتابعونا على فيسبوك وتويتر وإنستجرام.